Tame Little Fox presents The Lost City Prince. Based on Antoine de Saint-Exupéry's novel, The Little Prince. Episode 3.
I still feel like filing your nails isn't a very knightly duty.
Of course it is. You're sharpening my weapons. Now I'm ready for tigers with all their claws.
There aren't any tigers here. Besides, wouldn't it be my job to protect you from tigers?
Princesses fight too. Don't you know any... What is that? A bug! Oh, get it away! Is it poison? Oh, kill it!
No, calm down. It's just a caterpillar.
Ew, disgusting! Smush it!
No, we have to find a safe place for him so he can turn into a butterfly.
What? That's a gross bug, not a butterfly.
Not now, but if you keep him safe and let him grow, he'll turn into one.
How?
Magic. Every day people scream at caterpillars about how ugly they are, and they grow up believing it. Eventually they lock themselves away and dream about being beautiful until they forget all the bad things anyone ever said about them. Then they transform into the beautiful creature they always knew they were.
I've never seen a real butterfly before. We don't have them where I'm from.
Well, they're amazing. And you know what? Caterpillars aren't that bad either.
You're a caterpillar. It's very cold here where you live. Knight, relinquish your scarf to your princess. It is your duty to care for her well-being.
Here.
Thank you, Edward.
Maybe it's actually happened, and I've finally become crazy. I'm beginning to believe that Edward really is from another planet. And if my theory is correct, I believe he comes from a very small planet, hardly any bigger than this house. I remember reading something when I was really into those alien conspiracy theories. Something about a Turkish astronomer discovering the planet, but not being believed because of the way he dressed. Anyway, the planet that he discovered was real, and that is where I think Edward is from. I have serious reason to believe that Edward is from planet B612.
What is this? It just keeps coming. Why is this happening?
Oh, I'm never drinking a beer again.
Everyone says that after drinking. It's like tradition.
Of course you have to be old enough to drink that stuff. Grown-ups are the only creatures I've met that hate themselves enough to willingly and enthusiastically drink poison.
I think most grown-ups have developed a bit more of a tolerance than you have.
I have more tolerance in my eyebrow hair than any grown-up on this planet.
Apparently not towards alcohol.
I'm not intolerant towards alcohol. It's intolerant towards me.
That's certainly one way of looking at it.
Can I come with you to work today?
I don't think so. Why would you want to do that?
I think it would be interesting to see what you do every day.
I could save you the time and promise you that it isn't. Plus, my boss is kind of a stickler. I don't know if she'd be okay with a visitor.
Come on, it would be fun. And if I get bored, I'll go explore the area.
You've really got nothing better to do today. Aren't you sick?
I have an impulse to go with you, and nothing could be better than following that impulse. Besides, I'm feeling much better now I've expelled the poison.
I guess you could stay in my cubicle. But if anyone asks, you're my cousin from out of town and you've got nowhere to go.
Gotcha, cuz.
And definitely don't call me that. I'm gonna make breakfast. Do you want some?
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
For such a large vehicle, I imagined we would be going faster.
Nope, everyone buys fancy, expensive cars that go over 100 miles per hour only to travel 10 miles an hour for 3 seconds every half minute. Go!
There's a seriously complex math problem in there somewhere. Where's everyone going?
Who knows? But wherever it is, it's always more important than anywhere anyone else is trying to get to.
What's so important?
I don't know. Numbers. The numbers and the facts. People have a skewed perception of what's important, Edward. And they never ask how or why.
What do you mean?
Well, take you for example. If I were to start telling people about my new roommate, they'd ask me, how old is he? Where does he work? How much money does he make?
Well, what about you? You're people.
I guess I am. I wasn't always, though, my friend. I used to be wild and free.
Being people sounds lonely.
It certainly can be.
I like sunsets.
So you've mentioned.
See? That's what's important to me. And you know, when you're feeling sad, sunsets are a wonderful remedy.
Never thought about sunsets like that.
We should go see one now.
We would have to wait.
For what?
For me to be done with work and for the sun to set.
Oh. Yeah. Sometimes I forget I'm not at home. Everything's so small on my planet, you never have to wait long for the day to end. One day, on my planet, I watched the sunset 44 times. When you're feeling sad, sunsets are wonderful. Simply spectacular!
What, The Office?
Yes!
You can't be serious. You think this place is cool?
Not at all, which is why it's so amazing anyone would stay here for more than a minute.
Well, you got me there, pal.
You should put some art on these walls or something.
Yeah, I guess. It's like you said, I hate it here so much I don't even care to bother with it.
Maybe you'd hate it less if you weren't staring at 4 gray carpeted walls.
I doubt it. Hi, may I speak to Mr. Ginsburg, please? Hi, Mr. Ginsburg. I'm calling from StarTech, and we're running some extra special deals right now.
Birds a barking pup. You scratch and bite and howl all night. 'Cause I'm an animal.
Hello!
Too close.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You snuck up on me. You're sneaky.
I'm sorry, I'm Light Toad. You look like you were having fun over here. My name's Edward, what's yours?
I'm Kit.
Wanna hang out? I'm bored.
We're supposed to be working. Besides, I can't hang out with you. I'm a wild animal. I'll eat your face off.
I'm not scared. I don't have to look at my face every day, so I'm not really attached to it.
Why do you want to hang out with me? You don't know me.
I feel an impulse to know you. And I always follow my impulses.
Impulses are fun to act on, but to tame someone who's grown wild requires persistence and determination.
Why have you grown wild?
People hurt each other, and after enough hurt, we become wild with fear in our heart, making it hard to trust each other. Just like approaching an animal in the wild. You have to do it so slowly and deliberately.
So, if I crouch down real low and I talk like this? Here, kid, come on now! Good kid!
I will bite you.
Oh, sorry. I've been told I take things too literally. I'm still trying to figure out what that means.
I see that.
I think I understand, though. I might have tamed someone once.
It's very possible. You have to be careful who you tame. Those we tame become part of us forever.
3 and 2 make 5, and 7 make 12, 6,
Hello!
22 and 6, 28. Morning, Bill.
Oh, I'm Edward.
That amounts to 501,622,000.
501 million what?
You're still here? You have work to do. We don't have time for questions. 2 and 5, 7.
But 501 million what?
In the 20 years I've owned this company, I've been interrupted only 3 times. The first was 18 years ago, May 27th, 10:15 a.m., when I was interrupted by a cockroach falling onto my desk from God knows where. It made a horrible noise and I eliminated it, making 4 mistakes in my calculations. The second time was 7 years ago, October 9th, 4:17 p.m., when I suffered a mild heart attack. Success is high stress, and I don't get much exercise. I'm a very busy woman. And the third time is right now, June 5th, 3:14 p.m. Now, get back to work. I don't pay you to stand around asking stupid questions. Where was I? 501,622,000.
Million what?
Hey, smooth guy, I see you met my boss.
Yes, indeed. Oh, my apologies, Anthony. I know I was supposed to keep to myself, but I heard Kit playing music and, well, I got distracted.
Right. Hey, Kit, how's it going?
Face bite.
Right. Nothing not normal about that. Edward, I'm all finished up here for the day. We have to make a stop before we go home, though. Is that okay? I have an appointment with my therapist tonight.
What's a therapist?
It's like a brain doctor.
Ooh, is your brain sick?
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with it?
The happy part is broken.
Well, that's not because of your brain. It's because of your heart. You haven't found love yet.
Oh, really?
Yes. Love will set you free.
Well, what if I'm just one of those people who never finds love?
If you want it, you'll find it. Just be patient.
I don't think falling in love with someone will make me feel any better about my life.
Not someone yet. It has to come from inside you first. Name something you love. Quick, without thinking, right now.
Edward, I don't know. I'm not really in the mind space to...
Now, quick, fast!
Music! I love music, okay?
Obviously.
But loving music isn't going to earn a living.
You don't know that. Do what you love and let being in love carry you forward.
That sounds like putting a lot of faith in a dream with no solid plan.
Why are you so focused on the end of your journey? You underestimate the power living and love has.
Okay, Guru Edward. You're very weird, you know that?
Of course I am. Do you think you aren't?
No. I'm painfully normal.
Anthony, you're as weird as they come. But you're really good at pretending not to be.
Hello, Anthony. Good to see you.
Hey, Dr. House.
I told you, Anthony, you can just call me Janet.
Right, sorry. This is Edward, my new roommate I was telling you about on the phone earlier.
Oh, of course. Hello, Edward.
Hello.
Would it be okay if he sits in with us today?
Well, usually I charge extra for group sessions, but since your situation is so unique, I think maybe this could be helpful.
Thank you.
I'll be very quiet, I promise.
Of course. Please sit down. So, how is Anthony feeling today?
Still sad.
Normal sad or worse than normal sad?
I can't tell. I still just don't know what to do with my life.
It's okay to feel trapped in the vortex. Identifying it is the first step to getting out. How are the audio diaries coming along?
I don't know. I mean, I'm doing them. I don't know if they're helping or not, but it feels good talking things out loud, I think.
Good. I'm glad you're doing them. Anthony, I thought today we could try the hypnotherapy exercise we talked about, if you're still comfortable with it.
Yeah, sure.
Great. Like I said, it doesn't work on everyone, but it's a good tool to help us identify blocks that exist just below the consciousness. Now, clear your mind and focus only on the ticking and the sound of my voice. Relax your breathing and inhale deeply through your nose. Relax your jaw. Let your lips fall open. And exhale through your mouth. Now, I'm going to count backwards from 10, leading you through levels into a state of complete relaxation.
Here it is, Edward. Classic Lost City rooftop sunset for you.
It's beautiful.
Wish we could figure out how this modulator works.
The king said we'd figure it out when the time is right. Maybe it activates when your heart is happy.
Well, then it'll probably never play again.
That's not true. You'll activate it with your heart power and play my sheep song to vanquish evil.
What made you want a sheep song anyway?
Well, sheep get a bad reputation for being dumb, but they're just soft, fluffy fuzz muffins who need some love and protection.
Like being a shepherd.
Sure.
Wouldn't you rather have something more self-sustaining that can care for itself, though?
Well, it's nice taking care of something other than yourself. The world is full of people looking out for themselves. Sometimes we just need to be loved and cared for to mature and grow.
I guess.
What about you? Have you had any pets or anything to take care of?
I recently inherited a goldfish.
Oh, that's fun. What's its name?
I don't know, I haven't given it a name. It's just a goldfish.
That's terrible. That goldfish deserves a name like any other creature.
I mean, honestly, I wasn't planning on keeping it.
What do you mean? Where would you take it?
Well, it's a goldfish. You can just flush them down the toilet and they're free.
Anthony! You give that goldfish a name and give it the best darn goldfish life a goldfish could ever wish for!
I can't take care of another living thing. I can hardly care for myself properly.
Sometimes taking care of something else helps us to take care of ourselves. Aren't sunsets beautiful?
My mother says not to look directly at the sun or it'll burn your eyes.
That's true, but when the sun is setting, there's a short period where the sun is vulnerable, and if you look just off to the side, it won't burn you.
The sun is vulnerable? The sun is a giant exploding fireball in the sky. What's vulnerable about that?
The sun burns and explodes all day, and we shield ourselves from it. But during the last moments of daylight, the sun calms down and there's sadness as it leaves, as if it doesn't want the day to end.
It's beautiful.
You're beautiful.
My dad used to tell me that.
Used to? I'm sorry, should I not have said anything?
My mother doesn't like to talk about Dad.
Did they split up?
Yeah, that's why we moved here.
What happened?
They fought a lot. Mom yelled at Dad for drinking, and Dad yelled at Mom for spending too much money. Then, one night he left and didn't come back.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes I feel like it's my fault.
I'm sure that's not true.
Edward, I'm sick. I've been sick since I was born, and the doctors can't figure out why. I spent my life in and out of hospitals, and I know it puts a lot of pressure on my parents.
I'm sorry.
The Lost City Prince is a production of Tame Little Fox. The show was created by Jeff Harlow and Andrew Nowak and is inspired by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry's novel, The Little Prince. This episode was written, directed, and produced by Jeff Harlow and Andrew Nowak. Associate producers, Emily McElprang, Mike Nowak, and Carol Nowak. Original score by Haley Brownell. Additional music by Jeff Harlow, Haley Brownell, and Adam Allison. Sound design and production by Adam Allison. Graphic design by Anna Laurie. In this episode, you heard the voices of Andrew Nowak as Anthony, Jeff Harlow as Edward, Haley Brownell as Kit, Kelly Baskin as Rose, Maura Vincent as Boss Lady, and Trisha Stewart-Chu as Dr. Janet House. Join us next week for episode 4, and be sure to subscribe to this podcast in your preferred podcast app. Follow us on social media @Lost City Prince.